Welcome back to Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. My name is Moles. It's the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel, and I'm the Freshwater Fishing Novice. Today's video is something I kind of forgot about. I learned about and I forgot about. I keep looking back at. Something I never considered when I first started fishing was water temperature. I just figured fish are always in the water, so they're always swimming around, right? I'm not going to talk about how fish react in certain water temperatures. So let's dive right into this video. We're looking at 16 different types of North American fish and the temperatures that they prefer. So let's get right into this video. All right, freshwater fishing novices. As someone who remembers learning how to fish, I don't remember ever considering temperature of water even coming into my mind as an issue. But it's pretty important, and we're going to talk about the fish because certain fish thrive in certain temperatures. These 16 freshwater fish prefer. Probably help you catch some fish, right? All right, freshwater fishing novices. So when I first started fishing, I didn't even consider water temperatures. I didn't think that was a thing. I just figured you go cast out a line and a lure or a hook and a worm, some bait, and you catch a fish, right? Because they're in the water, they're always going to be moving. Fish are cold water animals, so they have to go and do what the temperatures are telling them to do, basically. Obviously, the water temperature that they prefer, they're going to be more active in. And the water that they don't prefer, they're going to be less active. Let's talk about temperatures of fish and the ideal fishing temperatures. This is why fishermen are like, oh, the temperature, if you ever watch a video and they're like, oh, the temperature of the surface of the water is this. Great. It's a lot different 5 feet down. Say during the summer. Top water temperature, super warm. You're like, oh, it's like bath water. If you go down 20 feet, it's a lot colder. Now in the winter, that flips. So if you're in the northern part of the US, when winter hits, it's the opposite. So that's why ice fishing still works. It's because it's colder on top and warmer in the bottom. But as spring and summer comes, it flips. There's a switch in the northern part of the US. Down south, it's more of a wave, I guess. I don't know if that's right. I don't know. I'm not from the south. I'm a Yankee. Lo siento. So, forget about that, whatever I'm talking about. Let's talk about, we're going to rapid fire 16 different fish species and the water temperatures that they prefer. The first fish species we're going to talk about, brook trout. So brook trout prefer temperatures between 47 and 68 degrees. What's their ideal temperature? Brook trout's ideal water temp is going to be 58 degrees. Now we're going to talk about brown trout. What's a brown trout's water temperature range? It's going to be between 47 and 75 degrees for brown trout. Brown trout's ideal temperature would be 63 degrees. What about bluegill? What's bluegill's temperature range that they like? Bluegill like between 65 and 80 degrees. But their ideal temperature? Bluegill's ideal temperature is going to be 73 degrees. Just things, what are you fishing for? You should be taking notes. Like, oh, I should be paying attention to this. So that's why we're going over temperatures. Crappie, people like crappie. They're a little bigger than sunfish, but what are their ideal temperatures? Crappie's ideal temperatures are 60 to 75 degrees. What's their ideal temperature? Crappie's ideal temperature is it is 68 degrees. I don't really talk about hornpout or catfish or any of that stuff, but for a hornpout catfish, what's the ideal temperature? Hornpout's ideal temperature is going to be 67 to 86 degrees. What's their ideal temperature? Hornpout's ideal temperature is 77 degrees. As a novice, you're not going to be going for lake trout because the gear is more expensive. But as a freshwater fishing novice, if you were going to fish for a lake trout, what's the temperature range we're looking for? The temperature range for lake trout is going to be between 44 degrees and 60 degrees. For lake trout, what's the ideal temperature? It's going to be 51 degrees. So if you want to go for lake trout, which are huge, 51 degrees is the ideal temperature. Another one we're not really going to go for as freshwater fishing novices is landlocked salmon. That's a big fish. What's the temperature range for a landlocked salmon? Landlocked salmon like 39 degrees to 55 degrees. But what's their ideal temperature? Landlocked salmon like 48 degrees as their ideal temperature. These are all things you should be noting. Let's talk about largemouth bass. What's the temperature range for a largemouth bass? Temperature range that largemouth bass like 60 degrees to 75 degrees. What's their ideal temperature? Largemouth bass's ideal temperature, 74 degrees. Another one we're really not going to go for as freshwater fishing novices is the northern pike. But it's a freshwater fish. So for a northern pike, what's the temperature we should be looking at? Northern pike's temperature range is going to be between 60 and 75 degrees, with their ideal temperature being at 66 degrees for northern pike. Now for chain pickerel, what's their temperature range that they like? Their temperature range is going to be between 60 degrees and 80 degrees, but their ideal temperature is 66 degrees for pickerel. Rainbow trout? What's rainbow trout's temperature range that they like? Rainbow trout like between 47 and 68 degrees. What's their ideal temp? 62 degrees is what rainbow trout like? Seems pretty chilly. You wouldn't want to be swimming in that. Come on, I know a couple of my viewers like the rock bass. What's rock bass's temperature range that they like? 59 degrees to 70. That's a heck of a range. What's their ideal temperature? Rock bass prefers 65 degree temperatures. Smallmouth bass. What's their temperature range they like? 60 degrees to 75 degrees for smallmouth bass is their range. What's their ideal temp? 67 degrees for smallmouth bass. Now most freshwater fishing novices are going to catch sunfish. General sunfish, what's the temperature for sunfish that they enjoy? Sunfish prefer between 65 and 80 degrees, with their ideal temperature being at 73 degrees. That's almost bath water, isn't it? No, you can still get hypothermia at 73 degrees. You just got to stay in long enough. Here's another fish as freshwater fishing novices we're not going to be targeting, but you're going to hear about the walleye. Now, walleye prefer a temperature range of water between 54 degrees and 70 degrees, with their ideal temperature being 60 degrees. So the ideal temperature for walleye, 60 degrees. Now the last fish I'm going to talk about is going to be the yellow perch. You're going to catch a lot of these as freshwater fishing novices. Now what's the water temp for a yellow perch? From 60 degree water to 75 degree water. But what's their ideal temp? Yellow perch's ideal water temperature would be 68 degrees. All right, freshwater fishing novices, I hope this video was informative. It helped you learn a little bit more about how to predict where these fish are going to be or when they're going to be active. If it helped you out, hit that like button and let me know this helped you out. Or leave me a comment. Let me know. Be like, oh, I didn't know that fish like different temperatures and stuff like that. Or if you want to see a future video, or if you have questions about anything relating to fishing you're trying to figure out and you can't figure out, leave it in the comments below. It's a good possibility I'll make a video about it. If you're not subscribed, I have no idea why. It's super hard. All you have to do is hit that bell notification, subscribe, make it turn from red to gray. You'll be subscribed. You'll help my channel grow, help other people trying to learn how to fish, learn how to fish. This is why I started this channel. I couldn't find a channel that was, I don't want to say basic, but basic enough for the freshwater fishing novice. I mean, the hell's this hook? What's this line? How do I put that line on that reel? All this stuff. Everyone is, hey, we're using all this crazy gear. No, you know what? We're freshwater fishing novices. Stop talking over our heads. So leave me a comment if you guys need to learn something and I'll help you out. If you guys like this video, you know someone who wants to learn how to fish or they're having problems, hit that like and share button. If you guys have a comment about a future video, maybe what video do you want to see? Leave it in the comments below. I'll make that video. So I got plenty of time to make you guys videos. The goal of this channel, Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel, is to help you guys get on more fish. Learn how to fish, become better fishermen. Make this more exciting and more fun for you. It can't just be me having fun. I mean, it's kind of lonely. You guys want to come out and fish? Thanks for watching the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. My name is Moles. This is the Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. All my subscribers are great. We're almost about to go past 200 subscribers. I don't know if I have that many friends. Thanks again, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Catch you next Friday.